Hello students, today in this video we are going to study about the keywords of this chapter 2 microorganisms friend and foe, and then after we will see the textbook solution of this chapter. So before starting this, let me recall what we had seen in the previous video and important points of this chapter. So certain organisms which are too small to be seen with naked eyes are called microorganisms. These microorganisms are classified into four major groups, that is bacteria, fungi, algae and protozoa. The viruses are also microorganisms but they differ from other microbes. Viruses are obligatory intracellular parasites and virus is a connecting link between non-living and living. Microorganisms are unicellular. The example of such microorganisms are bacteria, yeast, protozoa, chlamydomonas, etc. or multicellulars. The example of these microorganisms are Spirogyra and Penicillium. The microorganisms can live alone or may live in colonies. And some are free living and other are intraparasites. Microorganisms can survive under all types of environment, ranging from ice cold climate to hot springs and deserts to marshlands. Some microorganisms are beneficial to us. They are used in the preparation of curd, bread, cake, alcohol, medicines, wine, vinegar, etc. They decompose organic waste and convert into harmless and usable substance. Rhizobium bacteria and blue-green algae are commonly called biological nitrogen fixer. Then we had seen fermentation. So the process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is called fermentation. Then we had seen antibiotics. So chemical substance produced by some microbes can kill or stop the growth of disease causing microorganisms, and that are known as the antibiotics. The example of antibiotics is penicillin, then streptomycin, tetracycline, etc. Then we had seen antibodies. Our body produces specific substance against disease causing microbes which are entering in our body are called antibodies. And several scientists gave their contribution in the field of microbiology. And their name are Louis Pasteur, who discovered fermentation by yeast and pasteurization of milk. Then Alexander Fleming, he discovered penicillin and antibiotic. Then we had seen Dr. Edward Jenner discovered vaccine for smallpox and Robert Koch discovered Bacillus anthracis which causes anthrax disease. Then we had seen pathogens. So disease causative microbes are called pathogens. Then we had seen disease caused by microbes, the different types of disease. The viral disease, in that we had seen polio, influenza, chickenpox and AIDS. The disease which is caused by bacteria, in that we had seen typhoid, tuberculosis and pneumonia. Then we had seen fungal disease, that is ringworm, scabies and eczema. Then we had seen protozoan disease, that is malaria and dysentery. We had seen communicable disease, that microbial disease that can spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, water, food or physical contact are called communicable disease. The example of such disease are common cold, cholera and tuberculosis. Then we had seen carriers of this communicable disease. So some insects and other animals who are responsible for spreading pathogenic microbes are called carriers. The example of carriers are houseflies, by which cholera and typhoid, which is bacteria causing disease, are spread. Then we had seen female Anthopheles, mosquitoes, carries malarial parasites, and female Aedes mosquito carries dengue virus. Then we had seen preservatives. So some chemicals used to check the growth of microorganisms are called preservatives. The example we had also seen, that is sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfite. Then we had seen nitrogen cycle. So cycling movement of nitrogen between atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere and living organism is called nitrogen cycle. Now let me start with the keywords. So first is algae. The definition, or what is algae? So algae is a unicellular or multicellular photosynthetic group of plants. Then we had next is antibiotics. So certain substances which are produced by some microorganisms which prevent the growth and kill other pathogenic microbes are called antibiotics. The next is antibodies. So to fight against invading pathogenic microbes, immune system of our body produce specific protein which is known as antibodies. The next is bacteria. So the prokaryotic or primitive form of unicellular microbes in varied shapes is known as the bacteria. The next is carrier. So that we had already seen that some insects and other animals who are responsible for spreading pathogenic microbes are called carriers. The next is communicable disease. So disease spread by air, water, food or by contact with infected or diseased person is known as the communicable disease. The next is fermentation. So the process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is called fermentation. The next is fungi. So unicellular or multicellular achlorophyllous, parasitic or thallophyte group of organisms is known as the fungi. These are the different groups of fungi. So it is a unicellular organism. Next is lactobacillus. So rod-shaped bacteria which convert milk into curd is known as lactobacillus. Next, microorganism. So the certain organisms which are too small to be seen with naked eye are called microorganisms. The next is nitrogen cycle. So cyclic transport of nitrogen in between atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere and living organism is known as nitrogen cycle. Next is nitrogen fixation. So process of conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into its salts is known as the nitrogen fixation. The next is pasteurization. So the milk is heated at 70 degrees Celsius temperature for 15 to 30 seconds and then suddenly chilled and stored. This process is known as the pasteurization. The next is pathogen. So disease causing microorganisms are known as the pathogens. The next is preservation. So to maintain the quality of edible food or cooked food by preventing the growth of microorganisms as well as deterioration of nutrients in it, this process is known as the preservation. The next is protozoa. So it is a unicellular microscopic form of animal group. The next is rhizobium. So a rod-shaped symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria living in the root nodules of leguminous plants is known as the rhizobium. The next is vaccine. So small quantity of dead or weakened pathogenic microorganisms injected in body for to stimulate the immune system for the production of antibody, and this small quantity of liquid is known as the vaccine. The next is virus. So ultra microscopic obligatory intraparasites and reproduce only inside the living cells. These organisms are known as the virus. The next is yeast. So it is a unicellular fungi which is known as the yeast. So now let me start the exercise of this chapter. So here the first question 1. Fill in the blanks. First blank is microorganisms can be seen with the help of a blank. So microorganisms can be seen with the help of a microscope. Your answer is microscope. Next is blue-green algae fix blank directly from air to enhance fertility of soil. So blue-green algae fix nitrogen directly from air to enhance the fertility of the soil. So nitrogen is your answer. Next is alcohol is produced with the help of blank. So it is produced with the help of microorganisms. Next is cholera is caused by blank. So it is caused by bacteria. So bacteria is your answer. Here the answer of the blanks is also given. The next question is take the correct answer. So first one, yeast is used in the production of blank. Options are sugar, alcohol, hydrochloric acid and oxygen. So your answer is alcohol. Yeast is used in the production of alcohol. Next question, the following is an antibiotic. Which one is the antibiotic from the following? So sodium bicarbonate, streptomycin, alcohol or yeast. So your answer is streptomycin. It is the antibiotic. The next is carrier of malaria causing protozoa is. So which one is the carrier for the malaria causing protozoa? So first is female Anopheles mosquito, cockroach, housefly or butterfly. So your answer is A, first option, female Anopheles mosquito. Answer is female Anopheles mosquito. Next blank, the most common carrier of communicable disease is option A, ant, B, housefly, C, dragonfly or spider. So most common carrier for communicable disease is housefly. The next is the bread or idli dough rises because of, options are heat, grinding, growth of yeast cells or kneading. So your answer is this one, growth of yeast cells. The next question, the process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is called, the options are nitrogen fixation, molding, fermentation or infection. So your answer is fermentation. The process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is called fermentation. Next question, here the answer of the question is given to you. You can check from here. The next question is matching. Match the following. So first in column 1, bacteria, rhizobium, lactobacillus, yeast, protozoa and a virus is given to you. In column 2, fixing nitrogen, setting of curd, baking of bread, causing malaria, causing cholera, causing AIDS and producing antibodies is given to you. That means functions of this first column is given to you. So let me start. First is bacteria. What is the function of this bacteria? So it causes the cholera. Cholera is the bacteria causing disease. The next is rhizobium. So it fixes the nitrogen in the soil. So fixing nitrogen is the answer. Next is lactobacillus. So setting of curd is the answer for this. Next is yeast. Baking of bread is the correct answer for this yeast. Next is protozoa. It is malaria causing organism. So causing malaria is the answer. D is your answer. Next is a virus. So causing AIDS. AIDS is a virus causing disease. So F is your answer. Let me check here our answer. Bacteria. So it is a causing cholera. It's causing cholera. Next is rhizobium. So it's fix the nitrogen. So fixing nitrogen. Lactobacillus. Setting of curd with yeast. Baking of bread. And a protozoa causing malaria. And a virus causing AIDS. So these are your correct matching. The next question is, can microorganisms be seen with a naked eye? If not, how can they be seen? So no, microorganisms cannot be seen by naked eyes as they are very small and are called microbes. They can be seen with the help of microscope. Next question. What are the major groups of microorganisms? So microorganisms are classified into 4 major groups, that are bacteria, fungi, protozoa and some algae. The next question is, name the microorganisms which can fix atmospheric nitrogen in the soil. So bacteria such as rhizobium and certain blue-green algae present in the soil can fix atmospheric nitrogen and convert into usable nitrogenous compound, which are used by plants for the synthesis of plant proteins and other compounds. So this microorganism is blue-green algae. Next is, write 10 lines on the usefulness of microorganisms in our lives. So microorganisms are too small to be seen through naked eyes. However, they are vital to plants and environment. They are playing a vital role in plants and environment. So importance of microorganisms. So here first point is, they are used in wine making, baking, pickling and other food making processes. Then alcoholic fermentation by yeast is widely used in the preparation of wine and making wine and bread. The next is, the bacterium Lactobacillus promotes the formation of curd. Microbes are used to reduce pollution. They are used to increase the soil fertility by fixing the atmospheric nitrogen. Microbes are also useful in the preparing many medicines and antibiotics. Certain microbes are also used in the biological treatments of sewage and industrial influents. So these are the importance of the microorganisms. The next question is, write a short paragraph on the harms caused by the microorganisms. So microorganisms are harmful in many ways. Some of the microorganisms cause disease in human beings, plants and animals. And such disease causing microorganisms are called pathogens. Some microorganisms spoil food, clothing and leather. Some of the common diseases affecting humans are cholera, common cold, chickenpox and tuberculosis. Several microorganisms not only cause disease in humans but also in animals. For example, anthrax. It is a dangerous human and cattle disease caused by a bacterium. Disease causing microorganisms in plants like wheat, rice, potato, sugarcane, orange, apple, and others reduce the yields of crops. So these are the harms caused by the microorganisms. The next question: what are antibiotics and what precautions must be taken while taking antibiotics? So the medicines that kill or stop the growth of disease causing microorganisms are called antibiotics. For example, streptomycin, tetracycline, etc. And following precautions must be taken while taking antibiotics. What are that precautions? So let me see. Antibiotics should be taken only on the advice of a qualified doctor, and one must finish the course prescribed by the doctor. Antibiotics must be avoided when not needed or in wrong doses. So these are the solution of our NCERT book. Now in the next video we will see some extra exercise for this chapter. Thank you.